Hello everyone, my name is Supersweet, and in this episode, me and Ingrid find a village while exploring and decide to relocate some villagers so that we can get some enchanting books. We want these to enchant our gear, but it also gives me an opportunity to play around with a create add-on we have here on Create the Server called Create Enchantment Industry. Let's hop into my creative world real quick just to explain how it works. As you may know, there's a small chance to get an XP nugget when you're crushing ores with crushing wheels. Create Enchantment Industry actually extends this so you can also crush mobs with crushing wheels. So I've set up this little example here to demonstrate how this works. As you can see here, the output from crushing iron ore, for example, is a 75% chance to get a nugget of experience. Each nugget of experience gives us 3 millibuckets of liquid experience. We can throw some nuggets of experience on a belt like this and it will actually go into the disenchanter. It works very similar to how an item drain works, but this one is for XP. You can also stand on the disenchanter to give it your own XP. And we can throw a bunch of nuggets of experience on there and it will also drain those. And if you have a pipe like this that doesn't have an ending, it will actually shoot out the experience so you can pick it up. So you can either hold the experience in your hand like this and right click, and the experience will be given to you, or we can throw it on a belt like this and then have it shoot out through a pipe and we'll get the XP. So one of the coolest things with the Create Enchantment Industry is that you can have a book like this one. So I have an Unbreaking 3 book here, and what we can do with that is we can put it into our printer here, which is another block from Create Enchantment Industry. And if we put that there, we can start printing copies. And slowly but surely, it will actually create all 64 books here. So you can see I already have 2 more copies. I still have the one that was in here. And yeah, I can keep making copies of the same book. And each copy costs 97 millibuckets of XP. I also noticed that 9 enchanted books makes for a really cool shape that could be used for decoration or something. Anyways, before we could get started with that, I had to build a house. So we picked a spot that was free and I started building. Wood was easy to come by and Henry Ranger had also set up a cart with limestone. And it was free for anyone to take. I decided to make the basement in blackstone, the middle area with limestone, and then the top of the house would be mostly wood. Once the house was built, I set up an iron farm at the top of the house. Now, we do have some custom recipes on Create the Server, so we can actually get raw iron ore from washing gravel. And because of Create Enchantment Industry, you'll also get some XP nuggets when you crush raw iron ore. So with the farm now done, not only was it generating iron, but it was also generating a little bit of XP. However, the results were a little bit disappointing and I wanted to see if I could do better. I could simply expand the iron farm, but I wanted to see how a mob XP farm would do. So me and Ingrid set out to find some mob spawners that we could move using Create. Wow.
Oh?
Yeah.
I think we should just keep it there as a good luck charm. Don't you think?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna put a... We can dig this out.
Oh, we're actually kind of close to our home.
Yeah. But we want to bring this back to the enchantment area, right? So
yeah, we don't want to have it close to.
So we want to try to turn this into a contraption. So we're gonna put rail here, and then the rail is gonna turn, and it's gonna go down here. We need to fix the water stuff that we had before. I don't know if we need it to be...
I have a suggestion, to be honest. Why don't we just do a diagonal straight up?
But diagonal, you mean like up, right?
Yeah, if you move a bit. Like a stair, like this. And then start going the rails up and use the redstone activated rails to make it drive itself up, basically.
Yeah, sure.
Will that work, by the way, when we have contraptions? Yeah, it should work. It works normally, I guess.
Yeah. So we started building a ramp all the way up to our enchantment area. It definitely wasn't easy. We had to deal with a lot of open caverns and waterfalls. But in the end, it actually turned out pretty great.
Oh, we're up.
Nice.
We
Is it
could
good?
actually kinda... Yeah, it's perfect. We could go... Yay! Oh!
Nice. We got an ender
I
pearl.
got-
The ramp came out of the ground right next to our enchantment house, which was perfect. So we built up another ramp to the top floor, which is where we wanted to put our
Yeah.
spawners. Now, the moment of truth. Let's see if we can get the spawner up.
So here, so we chunk load. Should I stay here?
Yeah, exactly. So I figure you would keep these chunks loaded, and yeah, I'll try to keep the bottom ones loaded. I gave the minecart contraption with the spawner a quick push, and then there was no going back. The spawner had made it all the way up to the top. We went ahead and found 5 more spawners and moved those as well. And this is what the final farm looks like. It's not perfect, it does have some issues with mobs getting stuck here and there, but overall I was pretty happy with it. I had achieved what I set out to do. Now, I did actually end up breaking one of the spawners during one of my live streams, which was kind of unfortunate. I do have a new VODs channel where I post all my previous live streams if you'd like to watch them, and I'll link to it in the description below. So make sure to check that out if you're interested in watching me move a bunch of spawners and also accidentally breaking them. Now, what you see here is the bottom side of the XP farm. We are getting a bunch of arrows and bones and rotten flesh here, but every once in a while an XP nugget will fly by. It's definitely working better than my iron farm, but it's not as good as I'd hoped. So we'll probably improve on this in a future episode. Now, on to something different. I had promised that I would build an obsidian farm, because people on the server need obsidian, and we didn't have a farm yet. So I set up this simple farm here, which will output a block of lava onto a waterlogged stairs, which will cause an obsidian block to be generated. I was also making use of some community chests here, which Henry Ranger had set up. At least I thought they were community chests, but apparently that's Henry Ranger's inventory. So I've had to apologize a lot for using all of his stuff to build this, and I have made a deal to make up for it. Eventually, another player called Guybrush came by, and he offered to help me with the obsidian farm. Well, at least everything that has to do with the obsidian farm. He offered to set up powdered obsidian processing, a sturdy sheet maker, a train track maker, and also a monorail production. And when I woke up the next day, it was all done. Want to see it one more time. Guybrush did something I thought was really interesting. Basically, the crushing wheels are going to shoot the obsidian up into the air like that, and then they roll on top of the drains. Yeah, they're getting stuck on the other side.
Looks like there is some pasting issues to fix.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never actually seen that being done. That's really cool.
There is also some unique properties of the grinding wheels here.
Yeah, it throws them up in the air.
Well, you probably already know, but if you reverse the rotation, the items will be ejected above.
Yeah.
But if you place a block, in this case here, the trapdoor, it will be sent with momentum in a specific direction.
Okay.
And it will always be north.
Ah, interesting.
Well, you can adjust it by covering it to select another direction. Messy.
Yeah, very cool.
Alright. Like
Is this
vaults do
supposed
not like to be
to...
pasted.
But this is supposed
Yeah.
to work automatically, I guess.
It is, there is a vault, but I will have to replace it.
Yeah. Oh, very cool. We also had a meeting for the Northwest region, and it was asked if anyone would like to be responsible for transportation for Northwest Spawn. I could do it.
You can do it?
Yeah. If everyone is okay with that.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Uber
Sounds
Suite
good.
would be the
course.
representative for the Northwest, those that are staying in the Northwest.
And so it was decided. In the next episode, I'll be building a train and monorail station, and I'll also be doing the initial track and monorail for the Northwest region. So make sure to subscribe and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.